Okay guys, we need to redo this team name because it is apparently way too racist and there are too many snowflakes in the world. We just gotta redo it, guys. Oh, I have a great idea. You know what? I just named my firstborn son Human, so why don't we name it the Washington Football Team? I like it. And on top of that, let's get a new owner and name him Owner. Well, what about like Red Tails or Red Wolves? No, that's too easy. Come on, this is a stupid name. You can't name a football team. Come on now. You know what, guys? I got it. I got it. Let me do this. Okay, guys. I know you've all been waiting for the new name, and I know you guys are all excited. So the new name of the Washington Redskins is the DC Redskins. Good night. Thank you.
EA Sport.
It's pay to play.
So I'm going to be relocating this team right off the bat because I cannot stand to call them the football team the entire video. That is the dumbest thing. And you know what? I'm going to make it dumber. I'm going to relocate them to a dumb, unrealistic relocation.
I'm very sorry and I apologize for the inconvenience of me not giving up.
But for right now, let's look into the team, and we have Dwayne Haskins here, who is by far the worst Madden 20 simulation quarterback. Hopefully he's better in Madden 21, but Steven Sims is here. I have no idea who that is. Never even seen him. But running back, we definitely need help, and Scary Terry is here, and we also need tight end help. But Bryce Love, he probably won't do it. O-line is really bad other than these two players, but I'm definitely going to trade for a tight end. Defensively, this is probably one of the best pass rush D lines I've ever seen. I might trade one of these defensive tackles because they have too many, such as like Montez Sweat even, and I think Chase Young has Superstar X Factor. I don't know why they gave Chase Young Superstar X Factor when he hasn't really deserved it yet in the NFL. There should be other players that should have it, but either way, I'm not going to complain about that too much. So apart from that, guys, let's jump into some trades. For the first trade, I can already hear the comments screaming, middle linebacker for TJ Hawkinson. This was an oddly easy trade. I did not expect this to go through. But we have TJ Hawkinson. It was a tight end. It was a position of need. So either way, TJ Hawkinson is now on the team. Next, we're trading away our left outside linebacker and Peyton Barber for a first and a sixth from the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, and I can already hear the comments. Unrealistic, dude. He's like 33 years old. He's gonna regress hard. We need a halfback, so I'm trading for Gus the Bus Edwards. It's not too unrealistic. Now, in the team, I don't need to show you what the team looks like. You guys can see that at the end of the season. But London and Mexico City seem super unrealistic, just like the football team name. And you know what? I might be a psychopath. The least fan interest, Orlando. Let's just add another team to Florida. Why not? So now our team name. We got the Orbits, one of them, the Sentinels, or the Wizards. The Wizards, that sounds familiar. Like the NBA, I'm not good at basketball, so don't hate on me for this. Pretty sure, I can't speak. Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Want to add some more Magic to Florida and give Florida another professional sports team? And make it the Orlando Wizards? I'm not going to make it the Sentinels. It sounds too good of a name. And the Orbits sounds retarded, so it's between the Wizards or the Orbits. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go Wizards here, so yeah, Wizards is definitely the move. We're choosing Wizards, boys. That's what it's going to be. Now we're choosing the jerseys. Don't really matter. Number 3 looks pretty hard, not going to lie. Yeah, 3 is going to be it. That's going to be the jersey. But here we are at the midseason mark. I know that was kind of weird to see, but we have a stadium to pick out, and we could go futuristic, but I'm just going to go traditional because I just like that the best. And now at the midseason mark, your Washington football team, God, that sounds retarded to say, is 3-4, third in the division. We have players to re-sign, such as Brandon Sheriff and, or Scherf, my bad, 88 overall superstar development right guard. He's obviously going to need a big contract, and he does stay. Ronald Darby is here as well, and he's going to need a big contract, and we don't re-sign him, but we will do that at the end of the season. And this center right here, I kind of do want to re-sign. I think he'll last pretty good throughout the rebuild. I don't think he'll get to an 85, but either way, I think he'll overall be not that bad. But apart from that, let's get into the playoffs. Wow, surprise, surprise. The Washington football team doesn't make the playoffs, But they do come in third, 5-11 above the New York Giants. And Dwayne Haskins once again has proven he sucks in Madden at 29th best offense and 13th best defense. And 3,400 yards, 20 TDs, 4 interceptions, terrible year. Gus the Bus, 5 TDs, not even 1,000 yards, terrible year. Receiving wise, Steven Sims had a pretty good year, not too bad. Defensively, Cole Holcomb has the most tackles on team, 17 tackles for a loss for Chase Young, 9.5 sacks for Montez Sweat, 3 interceptions for Cole Holcomb. I feel like an idiot for trying to pronounce his name. Safeties is 1 for Cole, I'm just going to call him that, and defensive touchdowns is 1 for Kendall Fuller. I don't know about you, but Cole seems like a pretty elite player, and he doesn't even have a face in Madden. So let's get in the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the New Orleans Saints beats the living crap out of the Colts in the Super Bowl, but Gus the Bus Edwards here, 78 overall, star development. I'm going to want to re-sign him. As you do notice, we are now the Wizards. The Wizards, boys, okay? And honestly, I would much rather say the Orlando Wizards than the Washington football team. And I don't care if you guys say, oh, this is a dumb rebuild. No, it's stupider to name a football team. But Dwayne Haskins has progressed a little bit, and Scary Terry is now a superstar development, or did he already have that? Pretty sure he's a superstar development now, and Cole is a star development, doesn't even have a face, and our left outside linebacker now has star development, Hamilton, so that's good, I guess, and everyone else seems to be progressing. I don't know why they would give Chase Young superstar X Factor, because I think he hasn't deserved it. I mean, I could see you giving him superstar, but not X Factor. I don't see that. But apart from that, guys, everything else looks pretty good here. So let's jump into free agency. This is what the team looks like after free agency. And we didn't really do too much on offense. But defensively, we did get Marcus Williams, superstar development, 86 overall, 87 with morale. And we did get Jordan Lewis as a third-string defensive back. And I'm probably going to put him in the slot, but we also got Will Lutz as a kicker. So apart from that, guys, it is time to jump into the draft. Here we are in the draft, picking up a left outside linebacker, 77 overall, hidden development, ranked number 7 in the class. We took him at number 5. Next, we're picking up a tight end. It's going to be a second-string tight end. I could put him at fullback, but either way, I like to run triple tight end sets, so this is a pretty good pick in my opinion. Next, we're picking up a middle linebacker, 72 overall, hidden development, rank number 33, picked him up at 101, so great value. This is what the team looks like after the draft, as I know I basically did just draft the first round fullback and that tight end, but I do like to run triple tight end sets. And also, we did get a defensive back, but I think the CPU picked that up because I definitely didn't draft that. And the linebackers look pretty good, and overall, this team just needs to develop, and I think we just need a little bit better O-line. And Dwayne Haskins needs to develop. So apart from that, guys, it is time to jump into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Carolina Panthers, as we are 3-4, and we are third in the division as well. We have players to re-sign, such as Jonathan Allen, and I am going to give him a contract, and he does re-sign. Deron Payne, yeah, I will also give him a contract. Very, very young, great defensive line, and he does re-sign. Steven Sims is here, and that's going to be a pretty cheap deal, especially for his potential that he could be on this team. And he does re-sign with us. And I think Sean Dion Hamilton, 76 overall star development, wants more money. We're probably going to give him more at the end of the season. So apart from that, guys, it is time to jump into the playoffs. Here we are at the playoffs, not making the playoffs once again, coming off a loss to the Saints, as we finished bottom of the division, 4-12. We were 3-4 at the midseason mark. Now we're 4-12. The second worst offense and the 9th best defense. So Dwayne Haskins, another terrible year with just way more interceptions. Gus Edwards, less touchdowns, about the same amount as yards as last year. Steven Sims, about the same as last year. Again, defensively, Cole with the most tackles on the team, tackles for a loss, 16 for Matthew Ioannidis, sacks 8.5 for Will Mobley, interceptions 3 for Jordan Lewis, safeties is 1 for Matthew Ioannidis, and defensive touchdowns is 0. So apart from that, guys, I would say that it's time to jump into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Patriots provide the first shutout in ever Super Bowl history, 14-0 against the Cowboys. And we have players to re-sign, such as, who was that? I don't even know. Okay. We have, he has superstar development now. That's new, I guess. So we definitely need to give him more money, and it's going to be a cheap deal since he already has superstar development. And everyone else here, I don't really have an interest for. So apart from that, we're going to look into the team. And offensively, I do not see anything new, but defensively, okay, our middle linebacker has superstar development. Did he get that? He already had that apparently. Okay, so he's going to be starting over Cole. And Hamilton here, 77 overall, has Out My Way. And that's overall pretty happy with those. This team just, again, needs to develop. And everything else looks pretty good here. I'm probably going to trade one of these defensive tackles because I don't need 3 defensive tackles in a 4-3 set. And I already have great pass rushers, so I probably definitely need to trade one of these players. It will probably be Jonathan Allen or Matthew Ioannidis. I don't really know quite yet, but either way, let's jump into it. And we are trading Jonathan Allen on a 5th round pick for a left guard that we desperately needed from the Green Bay Packers. And this is what the team looks like now as we desperately need a tackle in the draft. We have Steven Sims, and this is also after free agency. I forgot to mention that. Auden Tate, we did get in free agency. And defensively, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, it is the same thing in defensively. So apart from that, everything looks pretty good to me. And I would say that it is time to jump into the draft. Here we are in the draft trading a 3, a 4, and a 6 for Mitchell Schwartz. Very old. He could retire after 1 year, but a tackle is a desperately needed position. Now we are only trading a 2nd and a 4th round pick for the left tackle, Trent Williams. Some unrealistic trades going on, but they're needed. And this is what the team looks like after the draft, as the O-line has tremendously improved in one offseason. And a running back and quarterback still need to develop. Dwayne Haskins just seriously needs to produce. It's seriously killing me. And defensively, we look pretty good, as I'm going to start that superstar over Cole, of course, and everything looks the same on defense. So apart from that, guys, I would say that it is time to jump into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Texans, as we are 4-3 at the midseason mark, 2nd in the division behind the 5-1-1 Dallas Cowboys. We have players to resign such as Scary Terry, 92 overall, star development, and all these other players, but I do not need to do that in the final season. But for right now, I do need to do that. Superstar development, 92 overall. We're going to be screwed on cap is what I'm telling you right now, because we do have to resign everybody. TJ Hawkinson, I obviously want to keep around, and he resigns. I didn't need to do that because we do still have a pretty good second string tight end that I could rely on. But Montez Sweat wants a contract, and he wants more money. Dwayne Haskins wants a contract as well. Trent Williams wants one as well. So I'm going to have to give it to Trent Williams because we did just trade for him, and we can't just use him for one season. And Matthew Ioannidis, I may just have to let go. I don't know, though. Dwayne Haskins, I'm going to try to maybe franchise tag him at the end of the season, so I'm just going to lower it and make sure he doesn't accept this, so that way I can franchise tag him and just go over our cap limit. But Matthew Ioannidis, I'm going to try to re-sign him here, see what I can do, and will he accept? Come on, work. And he does not accept, but we have 2 players that we need to re-sign at the end of the season, plus actually 4. Dang, we're so screwed on cap. I'm telling you guys that right now. We are so screwed. But let's just jump into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs, getting a wild card as we have team leader and all that crap. But we finished 9-7 behind the Dallas Cowboys. And looking into the stats, Dwayne Haskins finally had a 4,000-yard season. Actually had a pretty good season, 15th best offense and 15th best defense. Dwayne Haskins, 4,300 yards, 32 TDs. Gus finally hit double-digit touchdowns, but still terrible in yards. Scary Terry almost had 1,000 yards. Defensively, Cole had the most tackles on the team. Most sacks is 12 for Chase Young. Most interceptions is 1 for Landon Collins. Most safeties is 1 for Chase Young. And most defensive touchdowns is 0. So apart from that, guys, I would say it's time to simulate this wild card round against the Packers to see if we can move on to the divisional round. Can we do it? We can. Here to face our divisional rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. And I think I'm going to need to hop into this one considering they are a godly team. So from that, guys, let's just jump straight into it. And here we are facing the Cowboys as it is 19-10. And now 27-10 against the Cowboys. Now 27-17 in the fourth quarter. 4 minutes left. 30-17 as we continue to pound them. And still 30-17, 2 minutes left in the game. They have no timeouts as it is 33-24 now, and that will be your game. 33-24 is your final score against the Dallas Cowboys and the Orlando Wizards. Now we're in the next game. We're in the NFC Championship as we are playing the Seattle Seahawks as it is 21-10 third quarter. And now 13-28 in the fourth quarter. 4 minutes left as it is 35-13. Now 35-19 as 2 minutes left. They're running out of timeouts. They finally do run out of timeouts. And that will be your ball game. 35-19 against the Seattle Seahawks as the Orlando Wizards move on. Your Orlando Wizards will face the 11-5 Baltimore Ravens, my team. I love you, Lamar, but it's got to be this way. The Orlando Wizards got to win. Dwayne Haskins, you are goated. And defensively, it looks the same. So there's been no development upgrades. Not too surprised by that. But apart from that, guys, let's jump into this matchup. So now here we are in the Super Bowl against the Baltimore Ravens as it is the third quarter, as it is 34-10, now 16-34 against the Ravens as we continue to beat the living crap out of them. So sad. So very sad to see the Ravens lose like this. 23-37, no timeouts left for the Ravens. 40-23 is your final score against the Baltimore Ravens as the Orlando Wizards win the Super Bowl with Dwayne Haskins and all the other random people. And also, Gus the Bus Edwards used to be on the Ravens, so this is awkward. And the Orlando Wizards don't even show up. They didn't even show up on the Jumbotron, but Dwayne Haskins is your Super Bowl MVP. 360 yards, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions, and 69 nice 0.8% completion rate. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this Super Bowl. And here we are in the offseason. We are getting absolutely screwed, and I mean screwed on cap room. I have to, big brain play this. So we're going to offer Dwayne Haskins this first. Well, actually, Scary Terry gets his money. Yeah, this is so hard to rearrange. Scary Terry, let's get him his money, and he does resign. So I have to big brain play this. Matthew Ioannidis, let's get his money down. I have a lot more money than I thought. I think one of the players might have retired. We got his down, and Montez Sweat, that might be a tight fit. So Dwayne Haskins, let me do this. Let me take down his money a lot more, so that way the franchise tag is an option. And now let's re-sign a Montez Sweat to, sure, even more of an extension. Oh, and he doesn't re-sign. Okay. Should have offered him more money. I just screwed myself there. Okay, looks like we're going to have to franchise tag Dwayne Haskins, but I wanted to sign Montez Sweat, then franchise tag Haskins, so that way I can be in negative cap room and still keep all my players. But Cole is there too, and Cole's been an amazing player, but we don't have the money to re-sign him since I just franchise tagged Dwayne Haskins. So that really sucks. And yeah, Trent Williams did retire. That's why we had so much more cap room. But everyone else here doesn't look like they changed at all. So apart from that, guys, it is time to jump into free agency. And we obviously don't have any money in free agency in negative cap room. So apart from that, guys, let's jump into the draft. Here we are in the draft picking up Cheeks. That's his last name. That's what matters. For the memes, boys. Now, I know I can't pronounce names, but that dude's last name was Cheeks. I did it, boys. I can't pronounce names, but as long as his last name is Cheeks, that's all that matters, because the Washington football team are Cheeks. But here we are in the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Philadelphia Eagles, as we are 5-2 and top the division for the first time in this rebuild. And we have players to resign, but just like every year, in the final year, I don't need to resign them because it is the final season. So apart from that, guys, it is time to jump into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs with the first round bye, coming off a loss to the LA Rams. And we are 8-7-1. Okay, boys, so this may seem a little bit weird, but end out this video right here. You guys may have wanted to see the playoffs, but sorry to spoil it for you, but we lost instantly in the divisional. I'm just saving y'all some time. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.